I have a series of poems. These are some of them related to San Francisco streets. And this kind of forms some of the thoughts I have around the process of artist as witness. The Tao. The world is a street, a drive, a cul-de-sac, a way, a road, a path, an avenue, a boulevard, the Champs-Élysées, a trail in the jungle. Curvy phenom Lombard Street in the city by the bay, Rue de Lombard in Paris, the city of lights, packed, wailing, the jazz, the blues, and the clubs, and the night in the city, throbbing, goat trails, deer trails, cow trails, up the sides of mountains. So we know they were trying to get to heaven. Maybe already there in their ruminations, already entered nirvana while we stumble, falling, smoking, trying to get to the metro, sleeping and morning calling. Polk Street. It's right about the time the elbow bends when you expect it, but what you get are knees, shaved tops and bottoms, short sequin skirts, hiking, mouth and hands, hungry, full of hard. What's a girl to do? The aching. Lonely is the love, its drag, its queen, its kissing in alleys between 1:30 a.m. and 3:45. Its dollars, its bleeds, runs in stockings east to west, sort of. Some sort of stiletto, broken heel, flirting with cops, lost lashes, flutter to gutter to storm drained tears, rolling, crying, falling, smiling, rainstorm floating out to the ocean, out to the bay. Day is morning, hearing gurgle, today is tomorrow. Wig stands, sorrow sleeping, resting on stands. Castro Street. Rolling crazy under the bed on hardwood floors, her pet hamster Henry rocking his hamster bar. We danced naked, do-si-do on her satin sheets above Orphan Andy's in the tattoo parlor. We ended up at her place, Victorian flat on 17th Street, waving wild, kissing handstands on streetcars at the stud, blowing freely in San Francisco fog. She was short fused stick of dynamite. We exploded all over town. Me flowing locks, full lit back. She in her flat top with fenders. We were young and hot at the folk dance joint on San Pablo with a lesbian. I square danced nicely in Berkeley. Best Halloween party ever. Every party ever. The home of the rainbow flag. Castro Street. If somebody has their mic open, if they could, check that and mute it, it would be nice. Thank you. A bar on Haight Street. I fell tragic and fall alone, unfrozen, free in the can't be, won't be studio backlot desert. I could build a fairy tale castle with all the misery sand for that stiletto switchblade soul. Martyr myself to endless unkind stabbing, all for touch. Crazy. Fat French fries, chili cheese, and onions would do just fine. I would crawl into a bottle, but I'm too fat to fit. Nothing would change once inside, glad the slow motion car crash is over just before the gruesome death. So bad, even the corniest would be worthless. She said she had seen this all before. I tried to argue another time. It was useless. What's the word? Futile? Why? I'm now happy for that, because if I had managed to catch her off guard duty one night, seduce her, I know how it would end. Don't go shopping when you're hungry. You always buy more than you need, get more than you bargained for. People can't stand to look at a busted mirror. It reflects the undisputed, the lie you cannot get away from. That is the truth. And no one wants a constant reminder they will hate you for it tomorrow. Everything she told me dug me out like a canoe. If I ever get inside that bottle, can you chuck me off the Golden Gate? I have some traveling I want to do. Lombard Street. The pandiculation of Lombard Street reaches twisty, curvy from the bottom to the top, snaky as bettors at the horse race track waving winning tickets. Look, pal, I just got well on the last daily double. I love this crooked game, the twists, the turns, all of it the most. Only losers and suckers die. In the flight path of medevac, there are some praying going on all the time. It's an act of faith. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on. Come on, Eddie. Shake the reins. Get to the lead. Come on. Oh, God. Another flatline ride. Never started to run. Oh, the fun. Yippee. I'm tearing up another $20 ticket. Birthday party confetti. Hoo-hoo. Yeah, right. The promise of a conversation with you drowned out by the roar of the crowd. But I'm with the tourist on the slippery brick Lombard Street. Bring your own words and styling cardboard sleigh for the slide. Right at the moment, the details of washing machine surgery are about to become interesting as a vexing tale of broken things. San Francisco ocean, sky, blanket chopped up by passing medevac helicopter chopping. Seconds, silent, prayer, passenger getting to the finish line in a hurry, hoping their ticket is a winner. Silently, I walk down the steps to the bottom. Car horns and traffic wake me up to the jungle city. Geary Street, named for the final alcalde and first mayor of San Francisco, starting at Market Street at the Lotta Crabtree Fountain, the beginning place, the meeting place for victims and ghosts of quake and fire, 114 years on, still going. All the landmarks passing blind to the collapse of Broken Heart. Union Square, horror show of commerce, murder, and death to the Philippines. Just look at the monument standing. Goddess of Victory, Nike, high up and proud. Oh, St. Francis, the accusations of what celebrities have done, the booze, the bottles, the walls know all, the stage deli closed, now a Jack in the Box, the edifice, the icon to culture, the house of touring package shows to Alcazar, exotic revival style, massage parlors, lonely dancing wigs on Polk Street, hoping for comfort for a dime, blows out wide, boulevard wide, the Fillmore, Jefferson Airplane, Janis Joplin still ringing, the bathroom in the bar where I snorted cocaine with Johnny Angel, still throbbing cock hard, Japantown sharp, origami folding. It's prohibitive. It's rolling, heart pounding over ancient frozen sand dunes, humanity crashing as waves and waves to the great highway, to the hem of high tight skirt of this femme of a city, floating to the cliff house, swan dive into the calm Pacific Ocean. Broadway. I met you on Broadway. Carol Dota's pasties, neon blinking still. You cute and curly brown. You said, come home with me. And I did. My jacket of loneliness hung on a hook by the hallway door to your bed. For the hours I lay next to you, you not letting me touch you. We just slept and slept. It must have been the prequel to Crying Games long ago, but a decade after the beats hung fresh in the air, San Francisco madness, thick summer fog melting in sadness. They are gone as gone ever gets, still here in memory amid books on the shelf. The profound erodes to the gutter profane, as gone gets. COVID killed the strip joints long before this. Barker stopped shouting, live nude girls, live naked girls inside. Shouts all dead, Lenny Bruce dead, comedy clubs closed, moved out, moved north of North Beach, nice and clean for the tourist. No beachhead left for the Sixth Fleet to land on. One day, I stood around the corner down the block from Broadway, lonely, a dick in my hand. It was wholly the glory of her. Just now I finally know it. She said she was sorry that she did not have the rhythm just right to make me come with her words and the vision of her body moving under the distant water wall of glass falling. She had tattoos. She was a unionized sex worker, bright, slender brunette with the bob, bush like the Garden of Eden, oasis wet for pleasure on her left bicep. The tat said Tulsa. She, grinning, winking, said a slut, get it? Listen, I'm here with my dick in my hand in front of a complete stranger, just trying to fucking finish before thinking shame and aching fill me up again. My mind is empty of what is right or wrong or good or the meaning of words. Einstein could not get the right answer to 2 plus 2 in this horror of life's moments. After I am done with my sorrowful prayer, zipped up, lonely, sadder than before, crawl out from the stench of pine sol mazes of private dancing booths, altars to lonely lust dollars. A bug from under a rock crawls out to the sunlight shining, air pure from the bay, blue angels still flying. The Embarcadero. Clear blue psalm, warm summer first time. High dive opens at 11:30 for patio seating. Waiting, thinking, I'm hungry and I want to eat now. I'm walking down the Embarcadero, heading north, seeing all the people in their masks. This is Ghost. I'm haunting. I'm haunting for you now because you can't. Heading to Pier 23, seeing the ferry building, recall how you never like to sit outside when eating out. Can't do otherwise in many places now. I see Klaus Oldenburg's giant arrows stabbing the earth, Gray Bay Bridge against fluffy kayakers and speedboats, seagulls and seagulls on green Jello Bay. It's beautiful sailboat, beautiful missing. Breakfast is my favorite meal of the day. Single seagull, lonely floats. I sob and sob, walking behind my disguise, COVID mask and sunglasses. No one gets wise. High tide is coming or in. I see people fishing with their rods, skateboarders roll by, people with sticks prepare for some class. Woman walks by, exercising, sweat, shiny knit top and tits, dogs on the grass, picnic blankets spread out, people in 2s and 3s, and then just me. I gave $5 to the street musician, sax player. There's a building boom going on, Manhattanizing. They used to fight it, but that collapsed. Entropy wins, steel, glass, victory for the cash. Too late, too late. The remnants of piers poke up above water, not yet quite fallen into the bay. If you leave it, the seawall will tumble too, the way the bay loves it. Line of geese, line of geese, line of geese fly east to west. Life Embarcadero alive, dads and daughters on bikes, jogging with dogs, small bike with training wheels, faded sign on brick building YMCA rooms. Bikes and bikes and bikes, jogging and bikes. I passed a farmer's market, buy avocados, give a fin to a white bearded man in a wheelchair. Shirtless man rolls by singing beatbox booming loud from inside granny style grocery shopping cart. Honey, I'm dying for your love. Zoom of motorboats zooming, prop planes propelling banner ads above the song of seagulls, chorus of motorcycles, Embarcadero living. I arrive at Pier 23. They open for lunch. That's in 20. I'm waiting and thinking I get to do this walk for the first time. One of the many things I get to do for the first time. I get to sit outside, something you hated. You didn't want the interference of street noise, street smells, the breeze, the hot, the cold, the blustery, breezy, chilling you, and you not having the right clothes ever, no weather, no matter. You wanted no interference with the zen of your 2 vodka martinis shaken with a lemon twist. I liked that negotiation. It gave me purpose. Now I don't have to do that anymore. I just go up and go do. A little sweat rolls down the back of my neck near a big yellow umbrella at the front door of Pier 23. A woman in a white straw fedora, sleeveless black top, maroon Pier 1 import, simple skirt with 3 rows of tacking, invites me to through mask and sunglasses to come share shading while we wait. We talk about her hat. The waitress mistakes us for a couple. I miss breakfast. Lunch it is then, set in partial shade of a lime tree in a pot, a terracotta pot from Mexico. So far, so good. I'm filled with questions and looking about what's this, what's that, what's the name of the checkered pattern on the plastic blue tablecloth. See the duet of 2 tops with red chairs next to the rail. I think I will pull this first time off without incident. Buddha and some unknown deity, decorative garden gnomes, stand silently guarding at the base of the tree pot. I thought they were joining for lunch. Fish and malt vinegar and a shot of 0Q mezcal. Shots for them? I guess not. There was a controversy as to exactly who Buddha's guard mate is. Some said Shiva, some said Kuan Yin, and others still Krishna. Watch a bee visit the flowers in the pot. My waitress has black hair with teal and is fading to green. A sea lion pops up from the beige yellow below. The woman in the white fedora sits next to the white rail. She reminds me of you. She had 2 drinks, Crantinis on the rocks, and she boxed most of her shrimp salad to take it to go, just like you used to do. The thought fleeted to leave a card in case she might like company for a meal, might like to do something other than eat alone, but I just sat there feeling the air. Finished my mezcal, morning, and the lump forming. The shot hit me slightly, stumbly, staggery, starting as I left. Just afternoon sunlight seemed oddly blinding, wisteria now filling the bay breeze. The goddess seemed to have disappeared, and Buddha now magically animated, alive, dancing and laughing and shouting. Everything starting comes to an end. The ending is the place to begin. I feel someone's warm embrace hugging me forward, forcing me outside of the place and onto a rainbow path, to a rainbow bridge over the traffic below. Now the mystery is revealed. It is Kuan Yin leading me onto the west side of the Embarcadero in the shade. Onward Nepanthe home I travel, across Green Street, going south against the light. To a fellow scofflaw I joke, oh my, we're criminals breaking the law. He half laughed with his unmasked face. Free and fair elections for Belarus. Protest in full flare, cars honking, shouting. It's a riot of life around me. Finally, passing the Boulevard restaurant, one of the places we thought of going but didn't. Long on the list of things we didn't and never will. Got a little giggle knowing the place only stands today because the owner bought off the firemen in 1906 with booze, so they didn't dynamite it to save the city from fire. Alone, back home, I am done crying today. The Embarcadero is alive, and so am I. Because today is a new beginning. There's a new poetic form that I call the San Francisco coup. It is 1 syllable and infinite lines. Thank you.
I'm I'm here. I'm actually here listening to Dane. And it's-
Thank you so much. Thank you, Dane, for your powerful work. I was so driven and fascinated by the rapid fire camera cuts of images in the witness of the poet. Would anyone like to comment?
Dane, you have made me feel so happy I ended up in this city that you are celebrating. I really owe you not just a drink, but a whole bar full of approbation.
Well, thanks everybody. It really is such a wonderful event that David is hosting here, and I am so very grateful to be able to share this material with you guys. And
Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
so
Yeah.
thank you so much.
Yeah,